Don't let your loneliness make you reconnect with toxic people. You shouldn't drink poison just 'cause you're thirsty. The people who ask the most from you are the people who do the least for. Don't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. It protects your time and priorities. People will disappoint you, so never put all your trust in anyone. Hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but laziness almost certainly guarantees failure. Your problems disappear not when they end, but when you allow them to make you stronger. Anything that you start to make a relaxed attitude towards stops controlling you. Your self-worth is non-negotiable. Never settle for anything or anyone that diminishes it. Be careful what you tolerate. You are teaching people how to treat you. The worst lie you can tell is the lie you tell yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by myself is far superior than being with crappy people. You lines never be truly happy as you constantly seek validation from others. Chasing happiness will lead you to misery until you realize that happiness is the way. You don't have to be the best person, you just have to be the one who tries to be the best. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want to live. Sometime you just have to walk away, let people go, and let relationship end. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. Fear is not there to stop you. It's there to show you that you're interested and you care. We become hostages to our regrets only when we allow the past to cage us. People give you advice based on their perspective. Not everything in your brain needs to come out of your mouth. All pain is tolerable when you know it's temporary. Sometimes turning the page could be hard when you know someone won't be in the next chapter, but the story must go on. Peace comes when you stop expecting and start accepting. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need a company to be happy, then it will make you weak. The things we want to forget are so hard to because we need to remember them. Don't get emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Ever your best friends can turn into strangers one day. In the end, we only regret the changes we didn't take. The only thing stopping you from doing what you have to do it, the excuse in your head saying that you can't. Not everyone you meet has true intentions. The days that you don't want to do anything are the days that you need to do the most. The life you want is behind a lot of stuff you don't want to do. You will never be 100% sure about a decision, but always make a decision because it's better to go back and fix it than to never make it at all. Sometimes you don't realize how bad your environment is until you leave. Bad company corrupts good character. Not everyone you lose is a loss. The pursuit of perfection is futile. Aim for progress instead. Light travels faster than sound. That's why same people appear bright until you hear them speak. Change is not a threat. It's an invitation to live. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. Don't worry about what other people are thinking about you, because everyone is only thinking about themselves. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second spent wasting your. Share your progress, not your goals, and you'll always be motivated. Take your responsibilities seriously, but not yourself. If you put her on a pedestal, she has no choice but to look down on you. Don't do anything that you will have to lie about later. Don't look for happiness sits always inside you. You own nothing to your younger self, but you own everything to you, present self. Self-care is realizing that you are your greatest obstacle. Your parents were correct multiple times, even if not academically qualified. Stop insulting them when they advise you. Act like you have been there before. For thinking runs you, it runs. The situation twists things around, makes you worrying about futile questions, and make everything much worse than it actually is. If you're gonna get angry about something, think to yourself, will I remember this in 10 years? You only get one body. Take care of it. You'll have it all your life, and while it is incredibly resilient, it can only give you what you put in. If someone emphasizes that they are telling the truth, you can be sure they are lying. All you have power and influence over is what you decide to do with the time that you age given today. You will never ruin a role if you play yourself. Don't compare the behind the second of your life to someone else's highlight reel. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean you need them back. In your life, missing is a part of getting over. First, you choose a partner D and the basis of their looks and enjoy until you realize that your kids will not be raised by their looks but by their values. You cannot have everything. You always exchange something for something. To know who your true friends are, look for the ones who say good things behind your back and bad things to your face. Letting go is very hard, but it's the best thing to do. With time, the more wins with fear you can accumulate, the more fearless you will become. Never make someone a priority who only makes you an option. If you are a friend of everybody, you are an enemy to yourself. You were born with 2 ears and 1 month. Use them in that proportion. The biggest thing you need to accept is change. You don't only live once, you live multiple lives within one. Life becomes easier and more beautiful when we can see the good on other people. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring from coming. Let others' actions speak for them. People will show you are more than they will tell you. Everything that you do, you are creating dots you cannot. Those dots in the later part of life, and understand why you did what you did. Commitment is what gets you started. Consistency is what gets you somewhere, and persistence is what keeps you going. You can fall in love more than once. You don't need to worry much when someone you love leaves you. Most of the time it's for its good. If someone is trying to bring you down, it only means you are above them. Don't make promises if you have no intention to fulfill them. It might not mean anything to you, but it could mean a whole world to someone else. Going back to your ex is like having a shower and putting dirty underwear back on. Keep an open mind and act like an artist, but think, fail, and learn like a scientist. You don't find your purpose somewhere else. You create your purpose exactly where you are, and you bear meaning to it. You grow rich when you seek new experiences, not material things. Action breeds more clarity than thought. So you can't think your way into a new life. You have to act your way into one. The life you experience is simply a reflection of your mindset. All you have is the now and what you do with it. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but be wise enough to know who to seek it from. If you can drop anything from your world, drop the ego. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you will see all around you. The more generous life will seem, and the happier you will become. You won't forget some bad things, you just stop caring until that happens. Don't stress too much about it. Success is not about your resources. It's about how resourceful you are with what you have. Fear limits most people throughout their lives and permeates through all of their decisions. Do your best to control it, overcome it, and revel when you defeat it. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. It's never too late to do the thing you've always wanted to do. Don't let naysayers discourage you, because they may be projecting their own insecurities. You can't change what happened, no matter if it was your fault or someone else messed it up. Don't be mad about it. Deal with the challenge. People will always project their fears and limiting beliefs onto you. What you most do is build a shield against this. Know it so you can project yourself from it. Do not discuss your past with anyone, because only you know its true story and significance. Others may not understand or even use it against you.